Hey everyone, I dyed my hair purple recently, as hopefully you can tell, and over the past year I've had several different colours either all over or just ombre on the ends, so I thought now was as good a time as any to make a video talking all about colourful hair. I really love having colourful hair. I think it's really fun and a bit of a creative outlet. Just like some people will get tattoos or piercings as a form of self-expression or whatever, I dye my hair bright colours, I guess. It's just become part of my personal style. I really like how it looks. So if you've been thinking about getting colourful hair as well, or maybe if you're just curious about what it's like having colourful hair, keep on watching. I'm going to talk about what products I use, give you some advice, and also answer some questions that I got over on Instagram. First of all, the good news is if you have brown hair like I do naturally, you don't actually have to bleach it to get colourful hair. Because I'm always changing my hair colour, I get asked a lot if the dyeing that I do damages my hair, but the dyes I use are vegetable dyes, so they add colour on top of your natural hair strands, whatever, rather than stripping the colour away and adding a different colour instead. So they're actually quite conditioning. The bottom of my hair is bleached because I wanted the colour to be brighter at the ends, and bleaching obviously isn't great for your hair, it definitely damages it, but actually adding the dye on top adds a lot of moisture back in, so it's kind of good. It's ended up not too bad really. I just used this Superdrug ombre kit on the ends of my hair, so it ended up like an orangey browny light colour, and the top of my hair was naturally a medium brown. So as you can see, it is purple all the way down, it's just brighter at the ends, but that means that you can get colourful hair without bleaching it. When I was first getting into dyeing my hair and doing some research, I stumbled across a very useful site that I'm going to leave a link to down below. It listed the colours that work best over different tones of unbleached hair, so I was able to look at the list and see which colours from Manic Panic and Directions would work best on my natural medium brown hair. It seems to be that rich colours are really good over brown hair, so like I couldn't get a pastel purple, but this like rich vibrant purple is definitely possible. Deep greens, midnight blues, reds, dark purples like I've got seem to work really well over brown hair, but pinks in my experience need lighter hair, so I've only ever had that ombre on the ends. Of course, like I said, vegetable dyes are adding colour on top of your natural colour rather than stripping it away and starting from a blank canvas, so the colour that you get will depend on what colour your hair is to start with, so it might look different on everyone, but that's why they recommend doing like a test on a little strand at first, so you're not going to get a nasty surprise. I've used 3 different types of colourful hair dye, and they're all cruelty-free vegetable dyes. The first one that I ever tried was Directions. I really like their pinks. I had that ombre for festival hair for a video once, if you remember seeing that last year. I did dye my hair all over using a deep purple called Plum once, and that rubbed off on everything. It had like blue undertones, so the blue of the hair dye rubbed off on my skin, on like the neckline of my tops, on my pillows. Directions dyes are known to be really long lasting, and in this purple hair dye situation that was kind of a bad thing for me because the purple lasted for a while, and when it did eventually fade I was actually left with this greeny colour that it kind of stained my hair, which is a bit odd, but I don't know, it looked kind of cool I guess, but I wouldn't probably use that deep purple again for that reason, but I do really like their pinks. Right now in my hair I have Manic Panic Purple Haze. Manic Panic is the classic colourful hair dye brand I suppose, and dyeing my hair all over with this colour made me realise that not all dyes rub off on everything. This one doesn't. A little bit of pinky tones comes out in the wash when I wash my hair, but I just make sure that I dry it properly before I would like lay down on a pillow or get dressed or whatever, so that none of that pink would transfer onto everything. And the last brand that I've tried is Colour Freedom, which is available in Superdrug. They do lots of different shades and they have nice big tubes, which is good value for money. I haven't found the colours that I've tried in this to be very good over dark hair though, so I've only used this on the ombre ends of my hair. They also do a pastelizer, which is cool because it means you can make the colours a more pastel shade, but you can also just use conditioner for this, so don't feel like you have to buy something like a pastelizer. I've made videos in the past showing you the dyeing process, both for all over colour and just for ombre, so they'll be linked down below and on a card up there. The colour lasts for me maybe 6 to 8 weeks. I find that for the first 2 to 3 weeks it's quite nice, bright and vibrant, and then from then on it fades gradually. If you want to extend the life of the colour as well, you can add a little bit of dye into the conditioner when you wash it, because that means it'll top the colour up and hopefully replace the little bit that washed away. So that's like the process and the products, but I've had a few questions on Instagram about what it's like having colourful hair as a working professional. I think that these days colourful hair is becoming more of a fashion trend, or maybe it's just in London, I don't know, but I am seeing more and more people with colourful hair these days, and it's not just something that scene kids do anymore, which is good that it's becoming more normal, I suppose. You definitely do get a few weird looks though. Some people think it's a bit odd, but for the most part people are, you know, quite complimentary if that's the right word. I work at a very easygoing startup where they don't care one bit about what colour my hair is, so that's good because my hair colour does not affect my ability to do my job one little bit, just like having a tattoo wouldn't affect my ability to do my job. I think it's super weird and annoying that that is still a thing that some workplaces do worry about, but that's definitely something to consider if you're thinking about dyeing your hair a bright colour. Think about your job and what the company you work for or the company that you're hoping to work for might think about you having coloured hair. If you are allowed to have colourful hair with where you work and you've been thinking about it, then I hope that perhaps this video might encourage you to take the leap. It's really fun to have colourful hair and just be creative with it. It's very easy to do it yourself at home and the dyes are generally pretty cheap, so I'll leave a link down below to where I buy mine. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and in the comments, if you were to dye your hair a bright crazy colour, what colour would that be? Answer that down below and we can have a chat in there, and I will see you next week. Bye!